불멸의 전사 2
with just solid, play.
Zest is 8-3. He's 3-2 in Pros versus Protoss, but like Patience. Look, I want everyone to focus on the top of the screen. Pro League experience. Patience, his first Pro League games ever were on the Freaks. Zest, including his career in Starcraft 1, where he was known as Peachel Cop, over 150 games played in this tournament.
You ever feel like the Afreeca Freaks? It kind of sounds like we're talking about like a band or something, like from the 80s, like a punk band. I'm like, it's first time on the Freaks.
It reminds me of like Freakazoid, the cartoon show.
1982, the Freaks broke up and rock and roll was never the same again.
Do you remember the TV show Freakazoid, the cartoon?
Barely.
It's like a guy in a red jumpsuit, and he it's uses electricity. His hair gets all stuck up.
Oh yeah.
Like Freakazoid, something.
But see, I'm older than you, so I'm older than you, so like if I was watching it when that came out, I would, my parents would be worried about me because I was like definitely, aimed for a younger audience. But I do know what you're talking about. Let's see what happens now. This is game number 2. Shh, quiet, Wolf. Shh. Okay, you can talk now. Okay. God, Wolf. In the bottom right, in the purple.
It's Patience.
Oh man, I'm doing the I'm doing the GSL thing again.
You gotta wait, or you don't gotta wait in this.
In the upper left, in the red, he is Zest. Yeah, I was back with the family.
With the fam?
With the fam. Thank you. That's right. I got to speak in the modern way. I was back with the fam. So I have not been here in Castle for like a month. So anyways, into this game. Let's see if Patience has a chance.
I think this map is really good for proxies because the way the layout is. If you look at it, like on either the left or right side, there's a ton of area that's almost never used. If you get to like taking a 5th base in PvP, that just almost never happens in PvP. Like, it just doesn't occur. Except in like really weird, crazy scenarios.
Yeah, it's a rare thing.
But there's tons of locations on the outside of the map that are hidden, but always closer to your opponent just because of how this map works. Like, no matter where you go, the second you leave your base, you're always closer to your opponent. So you can hide proxy Stargates or proxy Robos or even like, weird DT tech and stuff like that all over this map. And it's a map where we've seen even back last year in Heart of the Swarm when it was in the map pool. Now it's back here in Legacy of the Void. Tons of proxies. Zest himself actually famous for proxying on this map. So
yeah, sure.
Anything could happen here, and I think that's a good idea for Patience to try to do that instead of playing a straight-up game. Notice that Zest immediately checks for proxies too. He doesn't even go straight to the base. He's like, are you 2-gating me? What could possibly happen? Because he knows he's just the better player overall.
Yeah, and exactly, and then that's why he wants to just make sure, okay, I'm not going to get caught off guard here, right? I just need to make enough units, and then when I have an army, I'm doing everything better than my opponent, I'm going to win. And by the way, Zest is at this point in time where he looks absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
Look at Zest.
He's going to hide a pylon.
Yeah. He's actually the one who's looking to be the sassy one here.
Tom Cheesery going on down here. Or is he? Let's see.
Probe might be getting a little dizzy down there.
The probe is just running laps right now. He's training for a probe baton race where they pass the minerals to one probe to the other.
Little tip for you guys out there, I guess a little maybe trivia, I don't know the right word for this, but the reason why pros have the unit patrol is because if it's patrolling, then it won't show up as an idle worker on the idle worker display. So if you have a patrol like that, then you don't go, oh my god, one of my pros must not be mining.
That actually is a good tip. That would never even occur to me to say in a broadcast, but yeah, that actually is.
That's why they do that. It's not like they just think it's cool or something. It actually serves a function. All right, it's going to be Zest who drops the proxy Stargate after all. And Zest is known for, Brendan and I talked about this in so many different broadcast matches. On Sejong, every time Zest played PvP, we were like, he's way better than his opponent, so he shouldn't proxy, but he always does. I don't know why he does it, but he proxies versus opponents he's better than all the time on this map.
Well, he had a ton of good proxy builds, and you could be better and still proxy and just come out way ahead. Let's see if this is going to feed into his plan right now. 2 Stalkers versus 2. He gets the first shot, but he's not going to stick around. Too risky. Meanwhile, back at home, his second wave of Stalkers is going to damage, bruise up this Adept, which will then shade past. And actually, we'll get a scout off.
And this is pretty suspicious here. As the Australians would say, it's pretty sus.
Is that what the Aussies are saying now?
Yeah, but they say it's sus. For suspect, you know, suspicious, pretty sus.
Aussie fam, this is pretty sus.
It's going to be an Oracle here, as expected. And there's pylon set up. He's going to try to pressure the front. This is a two-pronged attack.
Milk out the, yeah, there it is. He wants to get the energy off the mothership core there as he gets ready. He's going to warp some more Stalkers. That Oracle's about to come out.
If he kills the mothership core, he could, like, possibly even end the game with this. I mean, it's so powerful what he has on the map right now.
Well, he's definitely going to draw some attention back here to the main. Here we go. The Oracle's coming in now.
Double the Stalker count as well. No answer here in the main. The mothership core has to come back, which means he doesn't have enough units here. And he doesn't have a pylon anymore. Zest's going to need more, micro this Oracle, but even getting it out of range, getting a few more kills, totally controlling this natural. This Nexus is not canceled. The Oracle gets away with 7 kills.
Now note, he's going for the Nexus. He doesn't run up into the main. He's not interested in ending the game. He's interested in burning 400 minerals here for patience.
Well, he starts his own Nexus at home.
Yeah.
If these units come down the ramp, he has the advantage.
Yeah,
so he wins in every way here.
Yeah. Now, is he going to try to go up? I don't think so with the Nexus making, but he has such a substantial lead.
He has, the only thing he's missing is the Robotech. But he has the better Stalker count. He has the Concave at the bottom of the ramp. It would be suicide for patience to try to go down against this. 6-9. Oh my God, I can't believe he's even thinking about it.
Yeah, well,
like, there's no way. This is like
wrong. What you want. This goes all the way back to Starcraft 1. You get Dragoons like this at the bottom of the ramp, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry. You don't get to play the game anymore.
This mothership core will scout the proxy, but I mean, I guess his idea here is to try to draw some of the Stalkers away. He has an Immortal now, but with the Sentry at the bottom of the ramp for Zest, he still just can't break out.
Yeah, well, also the Oracle coming down here. If Patience tries to leave and come down the ramp, he's going to send that Oracle right into the worker line while he force fields that ramp. I mean, he would lose 2 battles, essentially. So we're going to have to wait for the War Prism to come out here. Now, normally, when you're in a position like Patience here, you just have to counterattack.
Yeah.
You don't, like, go down your ramp and expand again. You pretty much gotta end the game. You gotta, like, the game is seesawed into Zest's favor now. You have to knock that seesaw back with one fell sweep and have that close it. Oracle, most of the time.
Yeah, Oracle looking for more damage here. Not for so good. I was like, yeah, try me. Now he could try to elevator here. Looks like he may have been spotted.
I think he knows.
Like the Oracle's like, wait, there's no Immortals here anymore? Okay. I guess I could just knock this pylon out. And now he knows he sees with his Stargate that the Immortal's coming, so he's just gonna back off.
Oh, really good job. Oh, look how sad this is. Yeah. Oh, look at poor Patience. Look at his face. He's like, oh. This Oracle's just gonna follow me around like an annoying person.
What's he just gonna like drop the Sentry out and lose it? Like
yeah, I mean, it's like nothing he can do.
Okay, the Phoenix comes out. He's like, the Phoenix will save the day.
Cover me.
But wow, I can't believe he's just gonna take a Nexus. Basically, if you do this, you just accept that you're behind, and you're like, well, I guess this is basically a lost game unless he makes a mistake, or we go to max out versus max out PvP, because the way that Pro-Toss armies win in PvP is so dominant that there's like warp-ins don't matter. If you had 30 gateways and unlimited money, like you'd probably still lose the game after you lost a fight in PvP, because there's just no time. And the units that are expensive that you need to make, like the Disruptors, in old PvP, Colossi takes so long to make. You can't just like warp in a bunch of gateway units.
I think what's important to note is that like if you lose like your robo units, right? Like you have 8 Immortals or 7 Immortals and they all go down, it's like, well, this is a very different game now. Assuming it was a trade, I guess you could only both warp in gateway units or something, but yeah, if one side wins dominantly, then yeah, I mean, you could just warp in gateway units, but they're probably going to lose to the massive amount of Immortals, for instance, on the other side.
He's going to move out here, so he's kind of doing a little bit of both. This worries me a little bit.
Well, he's probably saying to himself that he should have an Immortal lead, although in fact it's even right now. It's 1-1, or 2-2 rather, excuse me. But he's going to come out here.
Yeah.
He might have also thought that Zest took a third base in this. When you get behind like this, you feel like really, really behind. So he's coming up here to check. Oh, you know what? Good on him. He got the probe.
He does find that probe. Now he's out the map.
I think Zest can come in here and trap this, by the way.
I think he has to recall, and he does.
Yeah.
Before he even engages the army, he's like, well, small victory, baby steps, and he takes his own third base back at home. Zest scouts it, though. He's like on point. Both these players are very intelligent and know exactly what their opponent's next move is. Yeah, does have the faster disruptor tech coming out. I mean, you know, little things.
Let's see what happens, though. I mean, Zest is headed southbound right now. He's going to come in here.
He's about to have Blink.
And yeah, and he's got a pretty impressive army with a good economy behind it to keep fueling this. Okay, a good catch, gets one Stalker, then backs up. Got to pick your battles wisely here. Did not opt to try to win a force field fight there, by the way.
They're both going to have +1 in just a moment. Patience a few seconds faster with that. But with this Blink, he can dodge disruptor shots.
Yep, that's very true.
All right, Blink in 3.
Now, here's the disruptor.
Tough for Zest to really commit to this, I'd say.
He wants to come in from behind, possibly, with those 4 Stalkers, if he can get that disruptor from behind. But instead, he's going to just engage over here.
He's just poking. Chunking down the damage. Going to grab some sentries here, it looks like. Loses the Stalker, grabs the Observer, though.
Kind of cool. He's using this one Phoenix pretty effectively, you know. Just getting a lift here and there. And I don't know if he can get in and do any more damage. Let's see, though. Zest seems to think otherwise.
Yeah, this is really greedy what he's doing here.
Well, he's going for it.
Barriers go down. He has a better concave of Stalkers. Those force fields are really good, actually. Look at the area that his Stalkers have in this fight. Even with no Immortals left, he just has an overwhelming numbers advantage.
Now, that was a good move, too. He didn't overextend there. He didn't go crazy. He got that Immortal, but he's backing up. And remember, that bottom base that we just saw, that was not mining that entire time. Yeah. That's a ghost town down there.
And Zest has 11 more workers anyways. He's got his third base is fully saturated. So I think Zest is just so intelligent to know like how ahead he is that he's going to basically say, okay, I have better economy than you. The longer this fight goes, the better it is for me. I'm just going to try to exchange with you. Now, what he may do here with this Warp Prism is actually force field the units out of the base with a Blink forward as well.
Yeah, that's the name of the game here. Oh, and it's going to happen right now.
Here we go. He's going to blink in. Force fields are going to come down, and Patience is locked out of his own base. He's halfway across the map. He can't come back.
GG. Whoa, that was fast. Nicely done. Zest, all I'm doing is going to different studios in Korea and casting you Wrecking Kids. People are going to be like, so, you live in Korea, what's your job? And I'm going to say, I follow Zest to all of his games and yell GG when he's done killing them.
That game, that was so checkmate that, like, I almost feel like there should be, like, a thing inside of Starcraft 2 that just tells you to stop playing at that moment. Like, his army was halfway across the map.
Well, if Zest had it his way, after he beats you, your game would just uninstall. He's like, no, you're never playing this game again. I'm so good.
His army's halfway across the map, so he can't commit to attacking Zest because he's only halfway there. He can't recall home. It's too late. It's too slow. He can't turn around. Even if he was at his base, he's locked out because of the force fields. He was down so much in supply. And this is a 2-0 lead here for KT Rolster, but you and I both said this earlier, and I really strongly believe if Afreeca is to even get to the ace match, Super has to win this, and I think that he can. He absolutely can do this, but he needs to, because if he does not and Lenok takes the win, KT picks up 3 points, it's over. It ends here.
Yeah, so KT's got the 2 GSL finalists out of the way. They're out of their finalists, guys. This is the moment where the comeback begins. Yeah. Well, I mean, Lenok's pretty good. I'm still going to say I think Lenok's the favorite. Super, I think he's not matured as a StarCraft player enough yet, and I mean just in his style of play and his skill. Not like any emotional maturity or anything like that, and we'll have to see what he's got coming up here. We're going to go to a short break. When we come back, Lenok versus Super in tonight's Pro League 2016.